Hey folks, how's it going? We're checking out more Porridge. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. In the last episode, the judge got out, man, so I'm guessing it's going to work out in their favor in these next few episodes. Maybe, maybe not. I'm thinking he's going to put in a good word or something for them so they can get out a bit early. I'm not sure when the last time they updated how much time it's been since that has passed in their sentence. I know Fletcher has the maximum of 5 years. I forget how much Gopper has and the other guys have, but I'm guessing whoever helped them out throughout this entire time, he's going to find a way to kind of help them out with their sentence. Maybe, maybe not. He did kind of make a bit of a face, and they said they want to meet up with the wives and all that stuff once they get out, and he's like, yeah, no, we're not going to kind of mix in with all that, but hopefully he's a man of his word to kind of help with things. But yeah, let's just go to jump to this episode, and we'll talk about it more at the end.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Would you Adam and Eve it? Go to jail. Move directly to the jail. Do not pass go. Do not.
I know all the words. Now come on, just get on with it, will you?
All right.
Signed every card on the flaming board. Played it every day for donkey's years.
Well, you don't have to get so grumpy about it, do you? Come on, it's your go.
Oh my God, is it now? There we go.
3 and 4, 7.
All right, I can count. I may be old, but I still got all my facilities, haven't I? 4, 5, 6, 7. There you go. Oh, now look, I've knocked the hotel off now. Oh, reach me it, will you, Fletch?
Come off it, Blanco. Come off
was
it.
the
I wasn't
cheat.
born yesterday. I know that ploy of old.
No, what are you talking about?
Well, I'm down there picking up your hotel. You're helping yourself up here, ain't you? Yeah. I lose Trafalgar Square and Fenchurch Street in the process, don't I?
That's a lie.
Come on, you two. It's high time you wrap this marathon up. It's lock up in 5 minutes.
Yeah, there's other people want to use that board, you know. You two tend to monopolise this game. Monopolise, get it?
Oh, it's very witty, Godber, eh?
Yeah, I thought so.
Very sharp, is that?
Quick as a flash, yeah. What's brown? Lives at the bottom of the sea and attacks young mermaids.
I've no idea, Godber.
Jack the Kipper.
Do you hear this? Do you hear all this? Palace of bleeding varieties in here now, isn't it?
Jack the Kipper.
Like Jack the Ripper.
He's going away to work it out now, look. Come on, you shout him out, all right?
There you are. Now, come on, you're a very naughty old person. You promised me you were going to wash your shirt so you look presentable for the parole board.
Yes, well, I'm going to, aren't I? In a minute.
Leave it off, lukewarm, will you? I mean, 17 years. Do you think the parole board's going to be swayed by a clean shirt? It's his clean record that counts, mate.
Well, silly to jeopardise it for the sake of a spot of water and soap, though, isn't it?
Yes, all right, I'm here. Oh, you, I've got 2 of those on there. Look,
All right,
2
all
out.
right.
Just, I'm coming in a minute.
Well, make sure you do then. I'm going to get the tea now. Got your mug?
Oh, he nags worse than my daughter, he do.
I thought he was your daughter.
Mind you, he keeps the cell nice and clean.
Yeah, well, that sort do, don't they? Yeah. Anyway, you don't want to worry about that anymore, do you? Because you're going to be off out soon, ain't you, eh?
Oh, no, nothing's definite, nothing's certain.
Of course it is. A doddle. It's a mere formality, that. Even Mr. Barraclough will bet on that. And you know how middle of the road he is on every flaming issue. I mean,
Yeah,
if you
for
ask him
17
for a
years,
straight
man.
yes or no, he says it depends what you mean by yes or no.
What was that, Fletcher?
Oh, I was just saying you are somewhat loath to commit yourselves on certain issues, aren't you, Mr. Barraclough? I mean, you like to hedge your bets, sit on the fence, know what I mean?
I do not. I'm as positive in my opinions as the next man.
Oh, I see. Then you would say that it's a mere formality is going out on parole this time round?
Ah, well, I mean, I wouldn't like to say. I mean, one has to consider both sides.
Oh, I see, yeah. You sure you're not sure, are you?
Positive.
Happy neck.
You know, it's a disgrace he's not been free and clear years ago.
You're on your way out, no bother. Even Genie Larry Grout's giving odds on.
I don't bank on it, Fletch. Too accustomed to disappointment.
Yeah, of course, you know what your trouble's always been, don't you? You see, you've always protested your innocence. That's where you made your big mistake. Because for a parole board, it's much better to be guilty but ashamed rather than innocent but defiant, you see?
Fletch,
Yeah.
do you think Blanco's a cert this time for parole?
Yeah, of course. Need the beds, don't they?
What was he originally sent up for?
Now, you know you don't ask that, do you? It's not what people was, it's what they are now that matters.
Oh, come on, Fletch. I mean, nothing you could say about the old bloke will set me against him. He's one of the nicest blokes in here. He's kind and gentle. Doesn't matter to me what he's done.
Murder, isn't
Done
it?
his wife.
Killed
Locked her in a
fight.
deep freeze.
What, and we knock around with a despicable old scroat like that?
There you are, you see, that's why you don't ask, isn't it?
He's got to be joking.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Irrational outburst. Anyway, it's a long time ago, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, I see. It's all right to refrigerate your old lady, is it, if it's way back in 1959, like?
No, I mean, it's a long time ago. He's had time to repent, like.
Yeah, well, his point is he don't want to repent because he never did it in the first place, see? He reckons his wife had a lover, you see, and it was the lover that killed her. Well, it's very probable because the lover did disappear a bit smartly. She didn't hang around to be asked, like, you know.
Yeah. That was a long time ago.
Dang.
Too long ago to find out, eh?
Yeah. And of course, a wife can't testify against her husband, so there's no point in calling on the wonders of modern science, is there?
What do you mean?
Well, there's no point in defrosting and asking her what...
Come on.
Oh, it's like an icebox in here, isn't it?
Know something you don't know for once?
That'll be the day.
I know 13 across for a start.
Don't do that, God, but that's the height of bad manners, that is.
Anyhow, it's rook. Type of bird, R blank blank K, rook.
Not necessarily.
R blank blank K, what else could it be?
Could just be rilk.
What?
Rilk?
It's rilk, R blank blank K, rilk.
There's no such bird.
Well, that's where you're wrong, you see. You're not as smart as you thought you was, are you?
If I accept parole now, you know what that means, don't you? It means I'm admitting me guilt.
No, you see. No, parole means it wipes the slate clean. Means you're free and clear, you see.
It's not a pardon. It says you've done your bird for what they put you in for. It's not good enough. It says we'll let you out now and don't you be a bad lad again. Well, I were never the bad lad that they said I were in the first place, so they can take their parole and shove it.
That's tough. I don't know. I also want to be locked up.
You haven't, have you?
I am.
Tell them to stuff it.
All right.
Well, what the governor say then?
Put the wind up his clappers, I know that.
You could be on the streets now, you know. Free. Queuing up the labour exchange. Hanging in the rain, wait for a bus, couldn't you?
Waited long enough. Bit longer won't make no difference. Here, fetch me that scraper, will you?
Here, rhubarb's coming on tree, isn't it?
You can't wait to get your hands on my rhubarb, can you? Eh? You thought I'd bequeath it if I got out, didn't you? In lieu of my monopoly debt.
Don't be
And me
daft.
strawberries. Well, I'm still here, right? And this is still my allotment.
Look, we'd have looked after it for you, you know that.
Hunger strike? What hunger strike?
Old man Blanco, sir. But don't worry, I mean, a man of his age in his condition couldn't last more than a week.
Yes. Well, you can leave this here.
Yeah, I think we ought to discuss it a bit further.
On your way, Fletcher!
Yes, get back to your cells.
Very good, sir.
Come on, left, right, left, right, left.
You know, just let her ruffle the dude's feathers, man. What Fletcher does.
Oh, hunger strike.
Yes.
Typical of Fletcher's devious mentality to try and turn the old man into some kind of a martyr.
Well, the last thing a prison needs, Mr. Mackay, is a martyr.
What do you think, Fletcher? Keep them crossed some. Of course, a bit of a panic, though, which was the intended effect, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They'll just have to scratch round for an alternative now, won't they?
Pardon?
I say they'll just have to scratch round now for an alternative.
Yeah, which is a pardon.
No, pardon. Oh. Granted.
Pardon?
Yes, come in. Could I just have another word with you, sir?
You haven't left them out there without an escort, have you?
Well, Mr. Collinson's seeing him back to the cells.
Just as well. I lost a typewriter last week.
They do the cut.
What is it, Mr.
Do the
Barrett?
typewriter.
Well, sir, there's a way round this retrial business, yes, solution to our problem. As I'm sure you're well aware, given your deep knowledge of the penal code.
Yes.
Sure.
Refresh my memory, would you, Mr. Barrett?
Oh, well, it's subsection 23, part 3, paragraph D.
Oh, yes, of course. Good old subsection 23. Yeah. Paragraph G.
No, it's D, sir. Paragraph D.
D, yes, of course, D. Jog my memory again, would you, Mr. Barraclough?
Yes, well, as I'm sure you know, sir, in exceptional circumstances, the governor of a prison has the right, if his discretion feels it's warranted...
Yes?
Yes, well, to request the Home Office for a prisoner's pardon.
Pardon?
That's right, sir.
A pardon?
Yes, of course. It has certainly put paid to any idea of a hunger strike being splashed across the newspapers.
Yes, well, you know, taking it by and large and all round, I did think it was a good idea.
Yes, yes, indeed. Well, I'm paid to come up with good ideas and situations. Yes.
This goof ass.
I'll put through a recommendation to the Home Office now. Oh, look at all this nonsense. Just a minute, Mr. Barraclough. Your signature's on this form.
Oh, no, sir, there must be some mistake, sir.
Look at that. What is that, Mr. Barraclough? Is that not your signature?
Oh, it must be a forgery. Oh, no, that is my sign. I must have...
That was a good one. That was a good forgery.
Miracles do happen. Going out today, is it?
Yeah, free pardon, yeah. Of course, they're all trying to claim credit for it. I mean, the governor's going around happily saying that he thought of it first. And old Barraclough's very miserable because he says he actually thought of it first. Funny thing is, we know who really thought of it first, don't we?
Yeah, me.
What are you talking about, Godber?
I'm only joking.
Never mind joking. I haven't got over Jack the Kipper yet.
Hello, Lukewarm. Gentlemen, may I present the best dressed man in Slade Prison?
Oh, look at him. He's got his own suit on. Oh, that's very elegant, isn't it, eh? Where'd you nick that from, eh? Where'd you nick it from? War on Want, was it?
50-shilling tailor, that
Oh, you was robbed, mate.
January sale, 1959.
59.
They're back in fashion then.
Oh, are they really? Aye.
1959. I reckon I was wearing the Italian pinstripe suits in 1959 with his shirts with the Billy Eckstein collars, you know.
I wore grey flannel shorts.
Yeah, all right.
I wore this suit to the wife's funeral.
It's hardly black, is it?
Well, no, I couldn't afford a new suit. You see, I only just finished paying for that damn freezer. Terrible to think that she was to end up inside it. Still, it were only fitting in a way, because all her life she'd been a cold woman.
Dang.
Don't be too long, will you, Mr. Webb? The bus is waiting.
Thank you, driver.
You don't know how good that sounds, eh? Mr. Webb, eh?
Yeah. And go outside now, my son. Hold your head up high, all right? Well, you're going outside, ain't you, Pop, eh? That's all that matters, isn't it, eh?
You've got a lot of living to make up for. Don't waste your time nattering to the likes of us.
I don't want much out of life.
No, I know, but it's nice to know that justice has been done, isn't it? Albeit a bit late, eh? I mean, this pardon is for your family name, you know. It's for your children, for your grandchildren, isn't it? So you can go out there and you can look anybody in the eye without any shame or any guilt. I mean, life's taken a great deal out of you, my old mate, isn't it? All you need back is your pride, remember, right?
Right, Fletch.
Right. Ta-ra, Blanca. Keep your nose clean.
Ta-ra, son. Same to you, eh?
Oh, one thing more, of course.
Hey, what's that?
You sue the government for every penny they've got.
Yeah.
You're too bloody right, I will.
Real talk, yeah.
Ta-ta, Blanca. I miss you.
Oh, God bless you. Thank you for looking after me. And I'll try and get that scented notepaper you asked for.
Here, come here. Listen, we all know that you didn't kill your old lady, see? Which means that some other bloke did. And you've paid the penance for it, right? But I don't want you going out there harbouring any thoughts of revenge, all right?
No. I know him what did it. It was the wife's lover. But don't worry, I shan't go round searching for him. He died years ago.
Well, that's all right, then.
That I do know. It was me that killed him.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Dude, what a great it. Oh, no. So he still murders somebody. so bad with his parole, man. Yeah, that thing got framed for like killing his wife, but he still murdered somebody, man. I guess a crime of passion. Sometimes you get a lighter sentence, so you probably wouldn't have served as much time anyway, but cold blood. And he said it's so casual. Oh, dude. This was a great episode, man. A sweet episode of camaraderie and all that stuff, man. Everybody coming together to figure things out for Blanco. And David Jason did a really good job with this. He just does a good job with his character, man. If you guys didn't tell me, I can't not see it now. But when I first saw him, I just didn't see it at all, man. Like, he just does such a good job playing an old man with the walk. How good of a job they do with the makeup. But now I can't not see it. I see his face in the character all the time now. But if you guys never told me, I don't think I would ever saw it, man. For sure. They did such a good job with the makeup and stuff. And how great of a job he does with the voice and how he walks and everything. It's such a good job. Well, all around, man, this was a really entertaining, fun episode, man. This was fantastic. Really funny. As I say, a really good, like, camaraderie. Everybody, like, everybody coming together as a team to figure things out for him, man. And I was also thinking, like, man, sometimes you gotta let pride, decide to get your freedom. But also, like, I really gotta... What would I do in this situation? I wouldn't want to... What's freedom if everybody thinks that you're a murderer? How are people going to treat you in the world, dude? Like, people are going to treat you different because, like, it is an exception of guilt. Like, leaving because of that parole and all that kind of stuff is an exception of guilt. Your innocence is never proven. How will the people treat you? Even friends, family, and stuff like that, dude. So, it is a very difficult thing. Like, do you want freedom that bad? Where, you're released into the world as a murderer. So, yeah. It's just crazy. It's insane. So yeah, that is a hard thing to accept. So I don't know what I would do in that situation. Would I be so desperate for freedom where I'm willing to go out into a world that would view me as a murderer for the rest of my life? That's tough. That's a very, very tough decision for sure. For a second, I thought that he may have been procrastinating because he was afraid to go back into the world after 17 years, been afraid to acclimate back to society because you get into the prison system for so long and you get so used to that life, you become somebody in that world and everything. Similar to the whole Shawshank thing. I forgot the old man who had like a purpose and stuff in the library. I can't remember his name, but how he left and he hung himself, which is a very sad thing. But I know that happens in prison all the time where you get so used to prison life, been there for so many years, that it's difficult to acclimate back to society. I forgot what the exact words for it is. Yeah, it's sad that happens, and there's not a lot of programs and stuff that exist to help people get back to it. I know here I think we have something called like a halfway house. When you get out of prison, you transition to the halfway house, and then you go back into the real world. But the program just doesn't. It's not a good program. Then also the way companies, stuff like that, discriminate against you if you have some type of felony. It's very hard to find a job. So if you get out of prison, you go into the halfway house, and then you just kind of like, and then sometimes there's not a halfway house like type program in some states and stuff. So you just out of prison with the clothes on your back, and it's like, what do I do now? And nobody wants to hire you because you have a record, and you just kind of like, all right, so my only choice is to live on the streets with no food or crime because nobody's gonna hire me to make money, and like, or be homeless and then just starve to death. You know what I mean? So what options do I have? Because nobody's gonna give me a job, and then it's crime. So the system's very flawed, at least here in the States it is. Yeah, it's very difficult, as I said, to get acclimated back to society. And so I thought it was going to be one of those things where he's going to be very concerned and worried and all that. And he was just kind of like sabotaging himself, just using that as an excuse. But no, he really did care about, it was a pride thing, which definitely makes a lot of sense. As I said, I don't know what I would do in that situation when you really think about it. It's a tough thing. But yeah, this is good stuff, man. I really like this episode. I really like how everybody came together for him. And Fletcher usually figures things out for everybody as well. I thought there was a chance they might reach out to the judge and stuff too. But it was nice to see that they all just came together and figured it out together. And they do a really good job manipulating the screws and manipulating the government and everything to get the job done. Mackay doesn't really fall for stuff too much, though. He just always like, yeah. Fletcher's up to his bullshit, man. Then the governor's like, come on, man. This is good. Just panics. So Mackay just gets overrode, but Mackay doesn't really fall for it all the time. Sometimes he does. He was kind of tipsy, fell for that whole thing. When he was like, how did you guys dig the tunnel? And I'll give you the rest of his liquor. And Fletcher's like, he said, yeah, how did you guys get rid of the dirt from the tunnel? He said, we dug another tunnel and put the dirt in that. I was like, what? That was pretty good. That was a really good joke. I like that one a lot. But yeah, man, this is a really good episode. Hopefully you guys had a fantastic day. Hopefully you guys are happy, safe, and healthy. I'll see you in the next one. Later.